Good evening, all of you. All of you, good evening. Am I audible? Yes. So, guys, in the last session, we discussed about the images concept and the marquee tag related and some general tags, guys, like a mark tag, subscript tag, like a sub tag, super tag, okay, and a strong tag like this, a number of tags we discussed, guys. So today we will discuss CSS, guys. About the CSS, we will discuss today how to providing the styling to our current HTML. So these things today we are going to be discussing, guys. Okay. So CSS, guys. So CSS stands for cascading, guys. CSS stands for cascading style sheet, cascading style sheet, cascading style sheet. So using the CSS, what we can do? Using the CSS, what we can do? So we can providing styles to the current web page. Using HTML, we can display as a content of our web page. Using HTML, we are designing the content of our web page. So later, using the CSS, we can providing styles to that web page. So background colors, border colors, padding, margins, like a number of styles we can provide to our application, that is using the CSS. So CSS improves our application related styling. So using CSS, we can make our application more beautifully, guys. Simply you can consider CSS is nothing but like a beauty parlor. CSS is nothing but like a beauty parlor. So you can consider, guys, one human being person before you enter into the beauty parlor, after coming from the beauty parlor, how the person is looks like. Okay. So before enter into the beauty parlor, person looking like normal. Okay. After coming from the beauty parlor, enter into beauty parlor and doing something and coming back, then the person looking more beautiful. Okay, na? So that is nothing but CSS, guys. Using CSS, your application looks more beautiful. Simple point. Simple point. So our application looking more beautiful using CSS. So that point, remember, guys. How many ways we can provide styles? How many ways we can provide styles to our web page? That is important, guys. So CSS makes our application more beautiful, guys. Beautiful. So we have three types of CSS, guys. We have three types of CSS. Okay. So these are the important rules, guys. We have the three types of CSS. What are those? First one is inline CSS. Inline CSS. Okay. And second one is internal CSS. Okay. And third one is external CSS, guys. Okay. So how many types of CSS there? Means the three types there: inline, internal, and external. Okay. So now inline means where we are writing, how we are writing. These all points are important. Internal CSS, where we are writing, why we are writing, how we are writing. Same like external also. Okay. So now you can take it as one normal tag. So welcome is there. Welcome is there. Now H1 is there. This is H1. So I'm talking about the inline CSS right now. Inline. So inline CSS where we are writing means along with open tag. Along with open tag by using a style attribute. By using the style attribute, we are writing as here inline CSS we are writing. This point remember, where we are writing inline CSS means along with open tag using the style attribute. I told already attributes having like syntax, guys. Attribute name equal to attribute values. Name equal to values. Using style attribute, we can providing the some CSS to the H1 tag. Is it clear, all of you? Okay, now here what you want to do, guys. So CSS property, CSS syntax, remember, guys. CSS property. Later I will tell what are the CSS properties. So CSS property 1 column CSS property value, guys. Every property having its property value. Okay. So this is the syntax, guys. Separating by semicolon. Again, one more CSS property. Again, one more CSS property. Okay. So property name 2 and value 2. Like that, we are writing, guys. Like this, n number of things we can write. Okay. So one property, remember. Now can see here. Here you can see, guys. So style equal to CSS property name, guys. Simply property name column separating with column, guys. Again followed by value and separated by semicolon. Semicolon. Okay. So simply you can consider, guys, here style equal to property name column value. Property column value. Again one more property column value. Okay. Like that n number of things we can write. Name column value, like that. Separating by semicolon. Last one, if you are not writing semicolon also, no problem. But if multiple value there, this is one pair. Name and value one pair. Again, this is one pair. Okay. Pairs separated by semicolon. Remember the syntax. Okay. So now by default HTML providing this content with black color, guys. Black color content. Now I want to be providing content like a red color, guys. Red color. So here welcome is there. Welcome is there. Now H1. This is my HTML content. So red color content I want to display, guys. So color red, like you can write. That's it. Then you are going to be getting red color text. Red color text. Okay now? Come on, guys. All of you understanding? Inline CSS, where we are writing, how we are writing. These 2 points are clear. So now we will create programmatically, can see. So CSS related separate program we will create, guys. Inside the HTML, click on the new, click on the HTML. So inline dot html, inline dot html I'm taking. Okay, so here I'm going to take inline css. Okay, now here you can write guys one h1 with welcome to nth. That's it. First you can execute. Block color text you are getting, block color you are getting. So now I want to provide inline styles. So style equal to color. What color? Red color I want. Okay. Now you can see guys, red color text you are getting. Red color text you are getting. So here you can see guys, n number of colors you are getting. Red, yellow, aqua, so many are there. So many are there. Whatever the color you want, you can use it. Otherwise, here see guys, color pickup there. This is a PyCharm. We are using PyCharm IDE. This ID specialization, this one. Color pickup there, here. Okay. So now here, major color there. Whatever the color you want, you can click it guys. So hexadecimal numbers you are getting here. Hexadecimal numbers you are getting. Okay. So that is your wish guys. What format you want, you can select. So using this color pickup value guys, thousands of colors we can write. Thousands of colors. Normally red, blue, white, like if you are saying names, if you are telling names, maximum 20 color names we are remembering. If you are brilliant, maybe 50 colors names you are remembering. Okay, but using this combination guys, thousands of colors we can write it. Clear? So remember this one. So I want only red. Now red color text you are getting. So background I want to provide some color guys. Background color I want to be provided. So here again you're going to take a background color. Background color is yellow. Okay. See guys, observe all of you. So property name, column, property value separated by semicolon. Okay. So name and value is called one pair. Okay, CSS pair guys, CSS property pairs. Pairs separated by semicolon. Syntax remember. Okay, now can see background color you are getting. Background colors you are getting. Okay now. So this is inline CSS we are calling as inline CSS. Okay, I have one more tag h2. Simply welcome is there. Welcome is there. And I have one more h1. Okay, so welcome to HTML. Okay, or else welcome to inline CSS. So now can observe. Only you are applying for this h1 only. Red color text, background yellow. But you are not applying for this h1 and h2. Okay. So these same styles I want to apply for this h1 also. If you are deciding, then again we are writing. Again we are writing same styles guys. Again we are writing same styles here also. Here also. Okay. So style color red, background color yellow. Background color yellow. Okay. So okay. So here guys, now see same colors you are getting, same background color you are getting. Means if you want to providing the same styling to the two tags, h1 and h1, two times there. So two times for all h1s, if you want to providing the same styles, then same values again we are writing. This is nothing but duplicate values, duplicating. And these same styles guys, these same styles, if I want to apply for h2 also, then again you are writing. Means same styles, n number of times you are writing. This is nothing but duplicate coding. So as a good programming developer, we need to reduce duplicate coding and we need to reuse existing coding. Means write one time, use n number of times. That is a reusability code, guys. Like a Python functions. If you are having knowledge with the Python functions, why we are writing? Write one time with a group of statements. Use n number of times. Again and again. For reducing the duplicate code, Python functions we are using. Same like here also, guys. Okay, we need to reduce the duplicate code. But if you are using inline styles, duplicate code not reducing. We need to write duplicate code only here. So whatever the styles you are writing using inline, these styles are applicable for only this tag. Okay. Again, these styles, guys, applicable for only this tag only. Means in which tag you are writing these styles, those styles applicable for only for that particular tag only. Is it clear? All of you. So this is a drawback, guys. This is a drawback. You can consider like a here duplicate code increasing, reusability not there. Like we can consider. Okay, and also along with HTML tag, guys, you are writing the styles. More styles I want to write. Write only 2 styles. I want to write 20 styles. 20 styles. Then my content is very less, but my CSS are very more styles there. So readability is decreasing, complexity increasing. That's why to overcome this problem, we need to use internal CSS. Second one, we are going for internal CSS. Okay, now? Now all of you give me confirmation. Is it okay? Inline CSS. Are you understanding where we are writing, how we are writing, and why we are going for internal CSS? These 3 points important, guys. Okay, almost all people understanding. Yes, thank you. Next, internal CSS, guys. Now, internal CSS where we are writing, okay, and why we are writing already you know. Inline CSS having some drawbacks. To overcome those problems, we are using internal CSS, which means writing one time CSS, we can use n number of times. Simply reusability CSS we can write and reducing the duplicate CSS. That is the use of internal CSS. Okay. Now, where we are writing internal CSS. Okay. So basic HTML code is what? HTML is there, guys. So again, close this HTML. Now here head there, close this head. Okay. So now here generally we are writing title. So that's this is what internal CSS I want to write, guys. Okay. So title you can close it. That's it. Next, guys, body related is there. Body related is there. Body we need to be close it. So in this body, for example, H1 you can write. So hello is there, assumption. So guys, here don't focus on the content. Sir always taking hello, welcome, hi like that. So here our intention, you need to put concentration on how to writing the styles, not on the content. After learning these all things, then we can design the applications, no problem. So now here, now this is my page, guys. This is my HTML page. So HTML extension, HTML, guys, how we are saving like this, any file name .html, any file name .html like we are writing. So now internal styles, how we are writing means by using one tag which name as style tag. Style tag. Tag means less than, greater than symbol important, guys. Okay. So style tag we are writing in between the head section. in between the head section. So this is style tag closing. Come on guys, carefully listen. So internal CSS where we are writing means inside the head section, using the style tag. Tag means less than, get than symbol required. Okay now, inside the head section by using the style tag we can write the internal CSS. Clear? Okay. Now to this H1 I want to apply the styles. So here H1 you can select guys. Curly brace you can write like this. Curly brace. Okay. So now here what styles you want to provide? Color. Color. For example, green color. Color green. Okay. So now background color. Background color white. I'm going to be taking white. So by default, white background color is there. Yeah, wait guys. Now can see here. So you can take it here, for example, dark, dark cyan, like whatever the color you want, you can take it. Don't worry. Okay. So now, which means, guys, which meaning? So these CSS. Okay. So where H1 is there, here this is H1 guys. Inside the body, wherever H1 is there, to that H1, these all styles are applied. These all styles are applied guys. Okay na? This is called tag based selectors. Using the tag name, you are finding particular tag and to that tag related content we are applying these styles. We are applying these styles. I told guys starting. So inside head section, n number of tags we can write. These tags giving some additional information. Okay, some additional advantages to the body related tags. I told starting. Are you remembering? Okay. So now this color and the background color applied for this H1. Next, I have the H2. I have the H2 guys. So welcome is there. Welcome is there and close the H2. Now I have the H1 again. Okay. So what you can write HTML I'm taking. No problem. Again, you can close it. Okay. So this is the page guys. This is the page now. So here H1 tag I selected guys and applying these two styles. So now HTML is doing what means where H1 tag is there identified to these H1 tags applying these styles. Only you are writing one time and applying for two times. One time you are writing applying for both H1 tags. This is nothing but reusable code or not? Come on guys. Is it reusable or duplicate code? Definitely reusable. Definitely reusable. Okay. So and also these same styles I want to be applied for H2 also. I want to applying for H2 also. Then here H1 comma H2 like you can write, which means wait, which means these same styles applied for H1 and H2 tag. So where H1 is there identifying, applying, and the same time where H2 is there identifying and applying. Okay, same styles applied for all H1 tags and H2 tags wherever available in the body. Wherever available in the body. That's it. So one time we created a styles and for H1 and H2 tags at a time we applied. This is nothing but reusability. Got it? All of you? Okay. So now remember guys, the structure remember. Now finally here, why we are using internal CSS means to reducing the duplicate code and writing the reusability CSS purpose, we are using internal CSS. Okay. Next, where we are writing? Inside the head section, we are writing. How we are writing? By using the style tag we are writing. That is the question and answers guys. This basic knowledge you need to have 100%. 100% you need to have. No options guys. No chances, no optionals. Must be required to learn. Okay. So this is we are calling H1 tag, H2 tag, tag based selectors we are calling. We have n number of selectors. Later I will tell types of selectors I will tell. Right now using the tag name we selected that point remember. So this is our coding. We will create now. So copy this. This is inline guys. Separately I will create for your practice purpose. One more HTML. Internal. Okay. So remove. Now paste it. Execute this. See. Here content you can change it. Color value I'm changing to for example white color. Now see. Hello, welcome HTML. So first this is H1 tag, this is H1 tag, and this is H2. All getting same styles. Same styles all getting. All tags getting. This is reusability. Okay now? Now what is the drawback using internal CSS? Using internal CSS, what are the benefits means reusability. Write one time, use a number of times. That is reusability. Now, what are the drawbacks? What is the drawbacks? Okay. Why we are going for third one, guys? Why we are going for? Why we need to go for external CSS instead of internal? Now that point remember, guys. I'll tell. So that is your wish, guys. If you don't want to select all the tags, you can remove here. Okay. So, okay, I'll tell that one. Here some people expecting all H1 tags I don't want, only one H1 I want to select. Then selectors there, types of selectors there. Right now because of this, all H1 selecting. Later, whatever the H1, particular H1 only I want to select, then we can select. That is, I will tell wait some time. Okay now? So now using internal CSS, what is the problem means? These internal CSS are applicable for within the current HTML only. This is our HTML, guys. So, for example, you can consider. So, this is my HTML. Wait. So, here you can see, guys. This is my current HTML. This is my current HTML name as demo.html. These internal CSS, guys. These internal CSS we can reuse only within the current HTML only. Inside the body, what are the tags there? Only to those tags we can reuse these internal CSS. So I have another HTML like a contact.html, and I have another HTML like a for example about page, guys. About.html, like I have different HTMLs. So these CSS, guys, these CSS we are unable to reuse for another HTMLs, another web pages. This is one page, this is another page. Okay, using internal CSS within the current HTML page, we can reuse these styles. We can reuse these styles. But if you want to reuse these same styles to the other HTML page. That is not possible using what? Internal CSS. That's why we are going to use external CSS. To overcome this problem, we are using external CSS. So external CSS, simply we are writing in somewhere, guys. Somewhere we are writing, just assumption. That is, we can use here, we can use in the contact HTML, we can use in the about.html also, which means writing one time external CSS we can use for n number of applications, same styles. That is more reusable compared to the internal CSS. Okay, come on, guys. Are you following why we are going for external CSS instead of internal? Are you understanding? Come on, only 1-2 people giving reply. So here, remember, some people asking guys, sir, why we are using style tag only? We need to accept some rules, guys. CSS they designed using style tag. We need to write the CSS. We need to write the internal CSS like they designed, guys. We need to follow. For example, in Python, using the print method, okay, using the print method, we can print some messages whatever you want. That is Python developers, guys. Guido van Rosen developed Python. So Python author, guys, Python developer, they introduced this method, print method, for printing the messages. Okay, we need to use this method only whenever you want to print something. Why required to use print only? Why not other name? Like if you are asking question, no answer, guys. They designed the print method for printing the messages. We need to use that one. In Java, different method they used. In JavaScript, different method they used to print the messages. Okay, same like here, to providing the internal CSS, they used style tag. They designed the style tag. Using the style tag, internal CSS we can apply for body related tags. That's it. So some rules we need to receiving, guys. We need to be accepting and we need to be follow. So guys, one point remember, in Python, guys, when you are learning the Python, if you are doing any mistake, so if any errors there, immediately Python gives one big slapping. Okay, you done so mistake, that's why I'm giving this error like that. But HTML is a very kindly fellow, guys. HTML is very kindly language. Okay, so if you are doing any mistake, HTML not written any error, sitting silent, but output we are not getting exactly what we want. Sometimes if you are not following the HTML rule also, no problem, you are getting output. Okay, no? So if you are not following the HTML rule also, then you are getting sometimes output, guys. Just see here. See here. So this is the paragraph, guys. Hello. So I told, guys, p tag is a paid tag. Paid means closing is required, like that. If you are not closing also, you are going to get output. No problem. You're going to get output. But we are the good programming developers. If you want to be becoming like a good programming developer, you need to be follow some coding standards. Coding standards we need to be follow. Clear, guys? So I told here style tag inside head we need to write. I don't want to follow your rule. I want to use here in between the head and the body. No problem, you can use. HTML will excuse you. HTML excuse you. and displaying the styles. Okay now, but standards we need to be follow, guys. Standards we need to be follow. So this kind of doubts when you are doing the practice, you can test, guys. Okay na? If I'm writing outside, what happened? Sir told inside head only. If I'm writing outside, what happened? Like you can check it. Then you will get practically knowledge. Okay na? So come on, first let me know internal CSS, how writing, where we are writing, why we are writing. These points, do you understanding or not? Internal CSS, I'm asking. That's today these all rules if you are following up to end of the day, regularly we are using. Sometimes these CSS we are using, sometimes internal we are using, sometimes external we are using. That's why I'm telling rules very slowly. You need to be follow. And today I'm going to share material. So you are going to get this all syntactically. Do practice and do reading. Okay. So now here, guys, internal CSS we can use for only within the current HTML. If you want to use to the another HTML also, then we need to go for third one, which is external CSS. Third one is what? External CSS. Okay. So inline CSS, guys, within the current HTML we are writing. Internal CSS also within the current HTML only we are writing. Within the current HTML only, nothing but this one. But external CSS, we are not writing within the current HTML. Separately, we are going to create one file. Separately, we are going to create one file, guys. For example, demo. And this file extension .css we are going to be taking. Okay, na? So take one separate file, guys, with the extension demo.css. Extension is the CSS. Okay, na? So now here you can write the styles. For example, he1 I'm using as he1. So for this he1 you can write the styles. So color red you can write, and background color, guys, background color. Okay, uh, I will tell n number of styles, guys. So don't think always color and background color only telling like that. Right now focus on the rules. Later these properties we can discuss separately. Okay na? So background color, some yellow I'm writing. That's it. So wherever h1 tag is there, they're going to be applying these two styles. That is external CSS we created, guys, like this. Now my HTML is there like a demo.html. Okay, demo.html. Here we are going to give the link, guys. So copy this program, same program. No need to type it again. Now here I'm going to be pasting. So remove this internal CSS. So this is normally body, guys. Okay. Okay. Now can see, guys. So external CSS I created separately. Now my HTML I created, guys. Okay. So this external CSS file link we can use inside our edit section. We need to make a relation between both files. We need to provide link between both files, guys. How to providing means using the link tag. We have the link tag, guys. Link relation equal to rel means relation. Link relation equal to so style sheet. Style sheet. This is a fixed value, guys. And now h reference equal to so your file name you need to be write this one file name. So I'm going to use a demo CSS and close. And link tag is unpaid tag, not required closing, not required closing, just open tag enough. Okay. Yes. Now can see guys. Here external CSS there. These all external CSS we are importing into our current HTML. This is our current HTML. Now because of this line guys, these all CSS are available here. These all CSS are available here. Now what are the CSS are there inside the head section? Those CSS we can apply inside the body. Inside the body. That's it. Come on, give reply. External CSS where we are writing and how we are adding to the current HTML. Are you understanding this point? Where we are writing, how to add to the current HTML. These 2 points. So relation full form is relation guys. REL full form is relation. Relation. Okay. This is a fixed value and H reference means a hyper reference. So our external CSS file link we are going to give. Okay now. So now can see these all are the external CSS separately we created. So this file link guys, this file link you are giving here. This file link you are giving here. Okay now. So now nothing but these all CSS importing into the head section. This is actual our HTML file right now. HTML file. Okay now. So now now inside the head section external CSS available. Now these styles we can use inside the head. Here what you used guys, H1. For H1 tag these styles you are applying for H1 tag. So inside the body where H1 tag is there identified and to that H1 tag applying these styles. Applying these styles. That is external CSS related concept. So now I created here external CSS guys. I'm applying to this demo HTML, no problem. Here about HTML, like one more HTML is there. So to that also this line guys, this line we can use here also. Then here also we can use and here also we can use. Means same styles, same styles. Because of this line we can use in n number of HTMLs. That is called reusability. That is called reusability. Writing one time whatever the CSS we want in a separate file with the extension .css. Later use that CSS file in n number of HTMLs wherever we want. How to use? Using the link tag we need to use. That's it. Okay now? Yes guys, so this is the default value. Default value. So I told this is the default value. If I'm not writing this one, then what happened? Like this kind of testings, when you are doing the practice, you can check it guys. You can check it. Okay now? Now we will do this program. We will do this program. So create one more HTML. External CSS. Okay. So Control A, selecting all guys, remove and Control V, paste it. Okay, now demo CSS there. We need to create one CSS file. So right click on here, click on new CSS file. How creating means here style sheet there guys. Style sheet there. Right click on new, and now click on style sheet. If you want to create HTML, this one. If you want to create CSS file, this one. Okay. Remember guys. Right click and new and CSS. So my file name I'm giving like a demo dot css, automatically taking dot css. Okay. So now here the this is external file. Hello, welcome, HTML is there. First you can execute this, no presentation. Okay. Now we will add here. So for the HE1 guys, for the HE1 font size, guys, font size 50 pixel, which means guys character size. This is A guys. Okay. This is also A. This is also A. How much size you want to display characters? That is using the font size. We can increasing our character size guys. Character size we can increase. Okay. So color guys. White color I'm taking. So background color guys. Background color, for example, yellow I'm taking. Okay. Now these all CSS guys. These all CSS I'm importing to here. So where H1 is there, they're applying. Okay. So now here see guys, hello HTML getting. Okay. So if you are increasing this size, then you are going to get more big one. See, styles you are getting. Okay now, font size guys, that's one. So that is external CSS related concept. Okay. So now all the combinations, one time we will write guys, all the combinations, finally one. So inside here, okay, wait one point guys. So here for external file related, one CSS we are using. Okay. Next tomorrow one more HTML, one more CSS, again one more HTML, one more CSS. All HTMLs and CSS, if you are mixing here, readability decreasing, complexity increasing. So as a good programming developer, what we need to do means create CSS files into one separate folder. So in this root folder guys, create one folder. So right click on new, click on directory. Directory means folder creating. So take folder name as CSS. This is CSS guys. Okay. Now into this CSS folder, right click on new, click on style sheet and give here whatever the CSS file name. Okay. Already I created here demo CSS. Select this one, drag into this folder guys. Yes. See, now into this folder we have our CSS. Okay. So now here also can see automatically you are getting. In the last session I told guys, our HTML is available in one folder, our image is available in another folder, then we need to give like dot dot dot. Okay. Now here also my CSS is available in one folder, my HTML available in another folder. That's why dot dot I taken. Okay. So then you are getting output same output. Okay now? Remember guys. So later, now onwards, if you are creating n number of CSS, all CSS we are maintaining here, all HTMLs we are maintaining here, okay, all images we are maintaining here, like that separately we are maintaining. Then easily we can read, easily we can identify the files. We are not mixing all together, simply reducing the complexity. That's it. Come on guys, so far okay? Okay. Yeah. So today I'm going to share one material, their types of CSS and use of CSS, 3 CSS related explanation examples you are getting, and the same time these all HTMLs also I will say to you. Okay. And tomorrow also don't miss guys, all these 3 combination related one program we are going to be discussing, and 3 styles we created. which one is the first priority, which one is the second priority. For example, for H1, inline styles, internal styles, external styles, all I applied. Then which one getting first one, which one getting, which one executing first? Like these all priority. Tomorrow we are going to be discussing more clearly. So don't miss guys tomorrow session. Today's session and tomorrow session both important for CSS. Okay now? Yes. Thank you guys. We'll meet tomorrow. So I'll stop now recording. I hope all people understanding today's CSS related basic rules. Basic rules. Yeah. So guys, here multiple people there. So all people maybe not, I mean immediately maybe not understanding, but read my material definitely will understanding guys. Everything you will understanding. So see here, I created a basic code guys. So what is CSS related? We have the three types of CSS. So about the inline, some points guys here. Okay. Then syntax, how writing, syntax. Then later example for that. Example for that. Like that, all things are given guys more clearly. Internal. So reading important your side. If you are not reading, I'm not responsible. You are getting confusing, definitely. Okay. Yeah. So so okay guys, can I close session? And guys, one point remember. So Narayan sir said Google Drive link guys, not Google Drive, I mean Google Classmeet link. Okay. So contact to the sir. Still some people messaging, sir, I'm not getting material. So please contact the Narayan sir. Then you will get material. A Google Classmeet link you are going to be getting. I hope 95% all the people receiving right now material. Okay, na? Only one person I think today messaged. I didn't receive material. So please contact the Narayan sir, then you will get guys. Okay, na? So okay guys, I'll close now. So depending on your requirement, first do reading today about the three CSS. Tomorrow I will explaining. So why using external or why using internal, why using inline, I will tell tomorrow. Clarification. Thank you guys. In the Google Classmeet, I said today I said, okay now? In the Google Classmeet, I said, please check it in Google Classmeet. You'll get material. Okay. Bye guys.
Thank you, sir.